I'm Cedric Nash, your millionaire mentor, here in Ghana, Africa. Continue my journey. This is a particular exciting day, a day I've been really waiting for. I'm headed out to Cape Coast and the Elmina Castle. And that's the castle where the slave trade took place, where tens of thousands of slaves were transported through the door of no return to a land that they were unaware of. And I know a lot of people have probably been here, a lot of people have heard of it. The Obamas came here some time ago when he was in office. So I'm just excited that I'm able to actually come see it for myself, and I urge you to come see it for yourself. I have the pleasure of having a videographer, Jeffrey Adakwa, from Ghana, is a IT graduate here in Ghana, and he's a professional videographer, to come and help record, this experience for me. So if you guys ever make this journey here, I'll share Jeffrey's information so that he can record it for you. I think it's a great way to record such a historical experience. Folks, I've now made the long journey, about 2.5 hours from Accra to Gold Coast, which is a beautiful coastline. I mean, it's just mind-boggling. The waterfront, the beachfront, I mean, the possibilities are just amazing. I didn't know that Ghana had so much waterfront properties all along the stretch from Accra down to the Gold Coast. It just really blows your mind. It's like you think about the possibilities when you think about how in the States, how we take advantage of the coastlines in Miami and in California and even in Maryland and places like that where waterfront, well, how the value of waterfront properties are just so, continues to rise. You look here, you could just say, wow, you could just imagine loads and loads of condominiums and beachfront hotels and beachfront mansions. I mean, the possibilities are just, they're just endless. So folks, I'm here at Elmina, at the entrance of it. I have my illustrious tour guide that's going to take me through and explain all the details. And he goes by the name of Kwamina.
Born on Saturday.
He's born on a Saturday.
Yeah.
I found out here when I first arrived, I was welcomed with a group of folks that are out selling goods and stuff like that. And they told me what my name was because I was born on a Thursday, October 18th.
Yao.
So my name is
Yao.
Echo. They say Echo. So Echo is the name. I was born on a Thursday.
Sure.
So when you come to Ghana and you come to Elmina, you talk to the folks, they'll tell you what your African name is based on when you're born.
In Ghana, they name a person after a day he or she is born.
Right.
Yes. You remember the former UN General Secretary?
Yes.
The late Kofi Annan.
Uh-huh.
He was born on Friday. Kofi is a day, and Annan is a family name, so Kofi Annan. Our first president, Kwame Nkrumah, born on Saturday, Kwame. Nkrumah is a family name, so Kwame Nkrumah.
Okay,
yes.
That sounds good. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Logical sense. So we're going to go on the inside so you guys can see it, but you want to share something with my group?
Yeah, so right now, we say Akwaba.
Akwaba?
Akwaba simply means welcome. Hope.
Okay.
Yeah. So we are in the forecourt of Elmina Castle. Elmina came as a result of the frequent supply of gold the Portuguese were getting from here. Mm-hmm. Recently, about 4 years ago, we discovered gold particles along the shore.
Wow.
From 1487 to 1489, Elmina was supplying the whole world 1/10 of its gold. That came by the name, the gold mines. Elmina.
Wow. Okay, that makes sense.
A
question for you.
Okay.
So the gold that the Portuguese had found here, were they just basically taking the gold? How did they deal with the Ghana government, or at the time, did they just take it?
Okay, at that time, the locals had no value with the gold. So when the Portuguese first arrived over here, at the rate that they were getting the gold particles over here, they met the then chief called Nana Kwamina Ansa. Based upon agreements, he released this portion of land for them to put up a temporary structure. So the main concept of this castle wasn't for slavery activities.
Exactly. It was
meant
for
for
the
gold,
distribution of gold,
ivory, spice, and so on.
and textiles,
Trading
right?
posts.
But my question is, were they taking the gold? Were they just like finding it, mining it, and taking it? Or was the country benefiting from the fact that they were...
It was barter system. They were giving the local something, they were getting the gold.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Something like liquor, mirror, wine, European goods. They were getting the gold.
So it was more of a barter kind of an
System,
arrangement.
barter system, yeah.
Exactly.
Getting for goods for goods.
So now the government actually owns the mines, or they have partnerships with...
With the private men.
Right.
Yes, yeah.
So you guys, you need to understand this. I know you already understand this because a lot of you have read about Africa, been to Africa, probably know a lot more about Africa than I do. But we come from a land or from a country that's rich with commodities and rich with things that other countries just don't have. I mean, and that's just amazing. And that alone should give us a sense of pride that we come from such a rich country and nation. I know I'm not telling you anything new, but it's just kind of mind-boggling when you think about it and take this time to stop and think about it. So we're gonna go into Elmina and we'll come back and we'll shoot some more scenes as we learn more. All right, thank you. All right, we're gonna look in.
When the ships had arrived, the strong male captives, those who could survive through all that conditions, were made to pass here to the point of no return. So right now, we are moving to the point of no return, which we surely come back.
Right, and then the female side, I guess that's where they separated the females.
They were always separated.
Right.
The women went through that side, the men from the other side.
Okay. So I see we have a door and a room over here.
The room over there, it was just a storeroom for the branding equipment. Most of the captives were branded. Hot metals with the merchant names, initials, were placed here on their forehead or at their back. Many of them died after receiving the shock. We are now in the female section, and about 400 women were spread out over here. 400.
Wow.
We have 3 rooms for them. The first one, second one, the largest one. They were divided. In this castle, the Europeans never came along with their families. They termed all the coastline of West Africa as a white man's grave. As a result of this tropical disease, only men raised themselves coming to this place. Some of the officers were sexually abusing the women over here. The governor would stand at the top, that's a balcony.
Wow.
He would then order the soldiers to open the doors for the women to assemble here. Only few of them. He would look through, then he would make his choice.
Wow.
The chosen one must have been in the dungeon for several months without cleaning her feet, or even taking her bath.
Without saying one more time?
Without cleaning her feet, or even taking her bath, because they were not washed down here.
Right.
They will get water from the reservoir. She washed down in the middle of the courtyard while the others also looked on. They will tidy her up before she made to pass through an access to the governor's bedroom.
So, what is the significance of this? This thing is literally
Very heavy.
60, 70 pounds.
Sure. Cannonball. Initially, we used to have at least many. There were chains through them. So the women who refused to be raped by the soldiers, the chains will be tied around their ankles. Here. They will be here, no food, no water, whether raining or shining. So the time they will give up, the form of punishment. They did that just to put fear in them,
Right.
breaking down their spirits.
Exactly.
Because you cannot easily move away with.
So it's a form of torture.
Yes.
And they wanted others to see it so that they didn't fight and they would comply. Wow. Now this right here was a washing chamber?
No, reservoir.
A reservoir.
Drinking, washing.
Oh, okay.
By the Portuguese.
Wow. So this is water from the ocean?
From the rain.
Oh, from the rain?
Yes.
Okay.
Whenever it's rain, water passes through the
I get you.
inside. Yes.
Wow. Couldn't imagine putting animals in a place like this.
Largest room
Yeah.
for the female captives. And about 150 women were kept here.
So how did they figure capacity? Was it based on how many people can lay or how many people could stand or what?
They never mind. How you position yourself, they don't care.
So people just slept on top of each other or however?
Yes. When the ships had arrived, the strong women, those who could survive through all that brutalities, they made to pass here to the point of no return.
So how did they get down there? Was a ladder? Is there?
Yeah, there were steps over there.
Wow.
We just remove the steps. Whenever the reservoir is full, the rainwater passes through the drainage and goes down. Yeah. Per the records that we have over here, we are talking of 1,000 captives in every 3 months. In 1 year, we have about 4,000 captives. And the slave trade lasted for almost 400 years.
Yes. Yeah. Imagine being forced in here to die of starvation.
That's a condemned cell for the difficult male captive for the freedom fighters.
This church, you guys listen to this. This church right here sits above where the female slaves were housed for 30 or more days before they went through the door of no return. I mean, imagine, how they could sit here and worship knowing that they had people right downstairs that were basically in living hell. It's just hard to imagine.
So only men were here.
Right.
And same with the women, they couldn't. So some of the officers were having an affair with the women.
Right.
So the governor would stand over there to choose one of them to come up from here
Right.
to the bedroom. It is history. We can never undo the past. We should all learn from the past mistakes. We shouldn't let history divide us. We are one people. Yeah. And one thing, we should forgive, but never to forget your history.
Exactly.
But history defines who you are, retells your identity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
So this note, I'll just end it
Hey,
over
I
here.
really appreciate it, my brother. So I've just completed my tour of Elmina, and my mind is just racing. I've got loads and loads of thoughts, but because you guys understand that my objective is to get African Americans to start loading up on assets, income producing assets, so that they can produce income and grow their wealth over time, what I think about is I think about what was taken from us. I think about how much was taken from us. How much of our land, how much precious metals, how much precious resources was taken from us, how much our families were, everything was taken from us. And so now we're at a place in America and across the country where there are some opportunities. Yep, it's not fair. Yep, it's not equitable, but it's something. And so I know that, for past years, leaders like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, even our current generation leaders like Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson has been fighting for this equality that just seems to elude us in America or elude us across the world. And in my mind, and in the words of a very dear friend of mine, no one's coming to save us. I mean, we have to, as I've said before, take that $1.3 trillion in spending and flip that spending into the building up of assets that create income and wealth for generations beyond. I mean, it's just really that simple. Unless we are financially free, we're not free at all. I mean, yeah, we have our freedom and our ability to kind of go and come, but even sometimes that's at question given what's happening with the Supreme Court and what's happening with this administration. So I urge you to get busy investing, get busy living. Let's learn how to sacrifice just a little bit so we can put away for our freedom fund, so that one day opportunities in places like Ghana comes about, and we're able to purchase land, we're able to build resorts, we're able to buy back our land and create, opportunities for income for generations in the future. Well, I'll get off my rant. Well, thank you for listening. Thank you for enjoying and spending this time with me in Ghana. And I urge you to come see it for yourself. You've got to walk the grounds. You got to feel the essence of being in the place in order to really, really, truly understand what it means to be here. And like I said, thanks for listening. I'm Cedric Nash, your millionaire mentor. Keep flipping it. I'm saying keep flipping that cash and turning it into income producing, appreciating assets. Thank you. Holla at your boy.